Well, we have gotten over at least a minimum of 6 inches here on the farm, and the chickens didn't come out at all yesterday. I didn't even open it up. So we are a day after one of the biggest snows that we've actually had here in probably about 2 years. And let's see what chickens in snow really do. All right, so first we're going to spend a few moments over here with the goats who have been all packed up and warm. And how did we get them through the storm? And they didn't come out at all yesterday either, but Mario and Peach in here, we gave them extra bedding, extra everything really. And today they got more grain to go with it, but they are fine. But they came out, did a little bit of walk over to their water, and then that was it. Now, with the storm, I did have the water in here with them, but I'm so happy that they didn't spill it. I was so afraid that it was going to get spilled right there, but it wasn't. So that was really nice. And, you know, in here, they just lay in here pretty much for the whole time. And, yeah, I used the stuff they also eat for actual other bedding, but, you know, they also move things around, and that's okay if they eat it or if they don't. You know, it'll go into the compost pile whether or not. But yeah, they don't really like snow. He doesn't, you know, Nigerian dwarf goats don't like walking on wet things. And I mean, he'll come out a little bit, but he ain't really looking. They went over here this morning, got another little snack, but that's it. Whoa, I'm sorry. When I say snack, they come over here and yeah, got their little hay bale, which I've got to refill. So yeah, that's how the goats got through it. But as you can see, they did not come out, and he's probably only coming out because I'm here right now. And but that's kind of what we did for them. One of the reasons that I wanted to do this video is actually I got a question the other day from a local that asked, well, what do we do with the chickens during the big storm, and how are they going to do, and what's going to happen with them? Well, honestly, they stayed warm inside here, didn't have any issues, no problems. Their water made it almost the full 2 days, well, day and a half that they were 100% cooped up. Today they came and now they're just enjoying some sunlight. But yeah, when I opened them this morning, I came out, put a little bit of scratch down, and as you can tell, they're not afraid of the snow. I mean, they'll walk on it, you know. They come out, they'll get what they need. They're not going to stay on it for long because it is cold for them, but over in here, we did give them some scratch. I should have enclosed this a little bit better, but yeah, I mean, like, see the bantam, it's a he, he's kind of bundled up right now. He poofed himself up a little bit here, and that is because he's warming himself back up. He's been out here for a little bit, but he's walking around. He's no issues, no problems, but that's what they do. They kind of poof themselves up, insulate themselves. But yeah, that's another little bantam rooster. They're doing fine. As you can see, the chickens are going there. Oh, there is our guinea. We only have one guinea left, and but through scratching here, let them, you know, get out, get some sun. All right, so the question was about what do you do with chickens and can they be out in the snow? Now, of course, different breeds are different for each of them. Some of them are going to be cold winter hardy. Some are not. Okay. So for example, bantams, depending on which ones we're doing now, like for example, I showed you the rooster that we have now. He is a feathered porcelain Delse. I'm probably saying that wrong after so many years, but he has feathered feet. Now his issue, that is probably why he's poofed himself up right now, is because his feet might have gotten a little bit of cold, and so he's insulating himself back up. But when you're buying chicks, or chickens in general, you want to check and see if they are cold hardy. Over the years, we have made sure that we're buying cold hardy ones. And it's easy. As you know, we buy from Meyer Hatchery. Right on their site, they list out every single bird, whether it's cold hardy or not, and whether they're going to make it, and it's actually kind of funny. This morning I came out and I don't know how she did it, but one of the bantams, she actually got out and was even already out in the snow. She must have pushed the door open just enough that she was able to get out. And so bantams are going to be fine for the most part. You see them out there. Some of the other breeds that you're going to want to get for that cold hardy specific is, well, let's just show those. All right, so like this girl here, she is, she should be a black Australorp, and or she might, no, she's not a Cochin because there's nothing on her legs, but she's fine. She's cold hardy. We've got kind of some barnyard mix in here, and as you can see right now, they're all just kind of sunning themselves because that's of course the best way. But every single breed that you see here, even back to the girl with the little spike on her head in the back, every one of these are going to be cold hardy. The one drinking right now, let's see if we can zoom in on her. Of course, if you've seen my previous video where we've had chickens out in the winter before, the barred rocks, of course, are winter hardy. And, all of the girls up here are all, there's another barred rock, and see what she's doing. That's really what she's going to do, to kind of keep themselves warm. They tuck a foot in, put it back down, poof themselves up a little bit. That gives them just a little bit of extra warmth. And then of course, giving them the sun, that's what really helps them out. But when we buy from Meyer, or even, I've picked up the occasional from Tractor Supply or even Rural King, I'm making sure that I know that these breeds are going to be good for Ohio weather. And, I do have the opportunity to keep them inside at all times for if I got breeds that are not cold hardy. But I believe that getting cold hardy birds are what is really going to help you out. And look at, just look at all of the different markings and feathers and colors that we get. I've already collected eggs this morning, so I can't show you the barnyard mix of eggs. Maybe I will here in a moment, but we get all the different colors, everything like that. There we go. That's who I was looking for. Our big Cochin. She, of course, Cochins are great and cold hardy, warmth and ready. And actually behind there you've got our Bantam Cochin. She's the one that was out. I'm going to call her, she's kind of Dottie 3, although the kids don't like that I call the chickens by their third name. The reason for Dottie 3 is she is now our third Bantam. I forget a breed at the top of my mind right now, but our first one, Dottie, was the cover girl for Meyer Hatchery's catalog. And then, we've got one of our favorite girls here. She, of course, is cold hardy. She's actually 5 years old. And the guinea, as you can tell, the guinea's fine as well. So, yeah, here we go. There's little Dottie. One of the most fascinating things I think that they do, look, she's even drinking, in essence, the snow, which I think is hilarious. She's literally picking up and drinking it just like it's water. She knows, they know. Chickens have been around forever. I mean, it's kind of like with the beekeeping. They know what they're doing. we're just, the lucky ones that get to tend to them at that time. So yeah, that was actually funny. This is the main reason, one of the reasons why I wanted to show off this video is, can chickens survive in the snow? There it is. Uh-oh, whose song was that? All right. Yeah. She's definitely a cold, hardy girl. So if you are thinking about getting chickens in this upcoming year, there are many, many, many ways for you to do that. I mean, it is middle of January now, and so actually you should be starting to think about and maybe even starting to prep for if you're going to be able to have chickens. You can get them as chicks, and just, if you're looking and you're here in the northern hemisphere, I guess, really anything, not hemisphere, but northern parts of the states, then just check it out and make sure that if you can keep them, depending on what you want, what breeds, things like that. You want to make sure that they are going to make it. Today it's 12 degrees out here right now. Even though the sun is shining, it is still only 12 degrees. And as you saw, we have at least minimum of 6 inches of snow here. I didn't even count. I know my snowblower kind of backed down a little bit when I was going through it this morning, but thank you so much for watching. Can you have chickens in the cold? Yes, you can. So have a great day. Soaking in some of this vitamin D. Have a great day. God bless. Take care.